Welcome students, welcome to lecture number 12 where we will be continuing with module number 2 under subject financial management. Module number 2, as we know, is nothing but time value of money, where we have seen and studied what is the meaning of time value of money, how to calculate future value, present value, simple interest, compound interest, capital recovery, loan amortization. We have also seen case study on loan amortization. Today what we will be doing is we will continue with the problems relating to the previous year's question paper, which we had left half in our previous lecture. So let us move ahead to problems on module number 2. Okay, so in our last class we had completed we were into June-July 2016 question paper, where we had finished problem number 1 and problem number 2, sub question A, we had completed. Now moving ahead to problem number 2, sub question B. Okay, determine the following. So future value of an annuity of ₹1,000 per month, which is deposited in a 2-year RD account at 9% per annum. So students, what are they telling us to calculate in this particular sub question? Can anyone tell me? Yes, students?
Future value.
Future value.
Future
Because
value.
yes, students, many students get confused. So again, I'm repeating, don't get confused. If they're telling future value of an annuity, okay, don't think that this is the future value of annuity. They're telling determine the future value of an annuity of ₹1,000 per month. Okay. Now, if it is an annuity, that is a multiple equal cash flow. So when they are telling us to calculate the future value of a multiple equal cash flow, first of all, tell me what is the formula that we are going to use. Yes, students? Students, why I'm making it as an interactive session? Because I can explain and finish it off. But I want you all to use your brains and understand the formulas and try to relate that formulas and select the appropriate formula for solving this sub question. So can anyone tell me, if we want to calculate future value of multiple equal cash flows, what is the formula? Yes, students? Anyone?
Cash flow into future value annuity factor.
Okay, so as she rightly said, we are solving part B, which is future value is equals to cash flow into future value annuity factor. Now students, the cash flow is 1,000 per month and future value annuity factor we have taken is 2 years and 9%. So 9% for 2 years. But students, this is per annum. When the rate of interest is given, it is per annum. When the number of years is given, it is given annually, that is 2 years, correct? But here the annuity is deposited per month. So when it is monthly, students, what are we supposed to do with R and what are we supposed to do with N? Can anyone tell me? When we have to calculate future value, which is monthly, what are we supposed to do with R and N? Yes, students?
N is equals to 24 months.
Yes?
N is equals to 24 months.
So what we have, very good, what we have to do is divide R by 12 and multiply N by 12. The reason that we are doing this is because it is per month. Okay. So see, in my calculation, what I have done is future value is nothing but 1,000. Future value annuity factor, actually it is 9% per annum for 2 years. But then since this is monthly, I'm dividing 9% by 12 months. So when I divide 9% by 12 months, I get 0.75%. And when I multiply 2 by 12, I get 24. Okay. Then step by step, let us solve this. Then next. Now, 0.75% for 24 months. Can I find this factor, future value annuity factor, with the help of tables? Or should I use the formula and find out the answer? Yes, students?
Have to use formula.
Correct. Very good. So we are using this formula, calculation of future value annuity factor. So the formula I have written it down. I'm just substituting the figures in the formula. That is 1 plus k. Now k stands for the rate of interest to the power of number of years, that is 24 months minus 1 divided by k. So when you solve this particular equation, you get the future value annuity factor as 26.1867. Now, I'm just substituting the working note answer in the main answer, which is 26.1867 into 1000. So you get your future value as 26,186.7. Now, students, one more thing. Like my answer and your answer can differ in certain points. Like for your calculation, it must be 26187. You may round it off or you may leave it in decimal points. That is okay. Okay, because either someone can round it off or it can leave it in decimal point, totally depends on you all. So certain points difference in the answer will not make a impact. So is sub question B clear to everyone? Yes, students? Students, please respond quick so that we can finish
Yes, ma'am.
in time.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, rate of interest that is taken 0.75%. How come this?
What you're saying? Rate of interest is taken?
0.75. How come?
I'm taking it as 0.75 because it is given per month. And when it is monthly given, what you have to do? You have to divide R by 12. Now, why I'm dividing R by 12? What is the reason? Can anyone tell me what is the reason of dividing R by 12?
Because
Because
it is
here
per annum.
it is not, this is per annum, right? But your monthly amount is given, monthly figure is in. See students, when we have learned compound interest or how to find the compounded amount in the future, we learned certain a concept called as that the compound interest can be calculated monthly, annually, yearly, half yearly, correct, or daily. So now since the annuity is paid per month, okay, so interest also will be calculated on that particular amount per month, right? It is not that you will directly calculate the interest 12,000, like 1000 into 12, so it is 12,000 at the end of the year. Obviously you will not calculate interest. Suppose if I'm paying 1000 rupees every month in the bank, that interest will be accumulating for every month, right? But since your rate of interest is given per annum, we are dividing the percentage, that is rate of interest, by 12. Suppose if the annuity of rupees 1000 was deposited half yearly, that is in 1 year, twice it was deposited, we would divide this 9% by 2, since it is deposited 2 times a year. Now, since this is deposited 12 times in a year, that is 12 months. So we have divided 9% by 12. Is this clear to everyone? The
Yes,
one
ma'am.
who has asked me the doubt, is this particular doubt clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the same girl who have asked me that question, can you tell me why I have taken here as 24 and not 2?
Because they have given the 2 years. So we have
Hmm.
taken 24 months.
Why? What's the reason? What's the reason, dear?
Ma'am, problem is based on per month.
See, problem is per month. But when you're taking 2 years, that means it is not per month they are telling. No, that is they are not giving here that if it is given for 12 plus 12, that is they have not given 24 months directly. So 2 years means when you convert this years into month, so it will be 2 into 12, right? So you, is it clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why, yeah. Suppose if it was not given anything, it was given that future value of an annuity of rupees 1000 deposited in a 2-year RD account at 9% per annum. You would have not changed this calculation at all. You would have just kept 9% for 2 years. Since it is per month, you are doing that particular calculation. If you all remember that we have solved problems on compounded amount, monthly, half yearly, quarterly, correct? Okay, can I proceed or any further doubt? Yes, students? Students, be quick in replying.
No doubts, ma'am.
Am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Next, determine the following. That is, present value of rupees 1000 receivable 10 years hence, assuming discount rate is 10%. So here directly they are telling us to calculate the present value. So we know, first of all, we have to calculate the present value. Second, we need to know which formula is to be used. Now, can anyone tell me, should I use the formula for single cash flow, multiple equal cash flow, multiple unequal cash flow, perpetuity? Which formula am I supposed to use?
Single cash flow.
Yes, students? Single cash flow.
Single
Because
cash
only
flow.
rupees 1000 is receivable. Very good, students. Good students. Now, what is the formula for single cash flow? The formula for single cash flow is, that is, present value is equals to A divided by 1 plus R raised to N. So we are just substituting the figures in the formula. So A we know is 1000 rupees we are going to receive after 10 years. So our future value is 1000. R is 10% and the number of years also is 10. So what are we going to do? 1000 divided by 1.10 raised to 10. Now, can anyone tell me, in order to know this particular factor, which table am I supposed to use?
Table number 3.
Very good. We are using table number 3. In case tables are not available, they will be 100% available in your final exam. But when you practically start job and you're into the business, into the department of finding out the future and present value, if you're into the department of, actuary, then their tables won't apply. So you know how to use the calculator and get the figure. So you get the figure as 2.5934. So your present value is 385.59. So is sub question C and sub answer C clear to everyone? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now find the present value of an annuity of rupees 1000 per annum payable for 8 years and interest rate is 9% per annum. So now can anyone tell me, first of all, they are telling us to solve the present value. Which formula I have to use, whether it is single cash flow, multiple equal cash flow, multiple unequal cash flow, or perpetuity? Can anyone tell me under which category is it falling? Yes, students?
Multiple equal cash flow.
Very good. Multiple equal cash flow. So what is the formula for multiple equal cash flow? Present value is equals to cash flow into present value annuity factor, which you find out by taking 9% for 8 years. So 9% for 8 years. Now, can I find this
Present value
particular
of a
factor?
deferred annuity.
Yes, correct. Now, can I solve this particular factor? Can I find out the particular factor by using the table? And if yes, which table number?
Table number 4,
Yes,
ma'am.
students? Yes?
Table number 4.
Table number 4, very good. You will see 9% for 8 years. You will get this particular factor, that is 5.5348 into 1000. You get the present value as 5534.8. So in this way, we have completed problem number 2. So students, if you all are, whichever question papers we have gone through till now, what is majorly asked is your compound interest, compounded amount, and this future value and present value. Again, I'm repeating why again I keep asking you all which table number, because students majorly make a mistake in getting the factor from the wrong table number, and that is where their answer goes wrong. That is why I'm keeping on revising the table number that I should take in order to get the particular factor. Now, let us move ahead. Okay. Suppose a firm borrows rupees 10 lakhs at an interest rate of 15% per annum, and the loan is to be repaid in 5 equal installments payable at the end of next 5 years. First of all, they're telling determine what is going to be the annual installment, or what is going to be the repayment principal, what is going to be the total payment. And second, they are telling us determine loan amortization schedule. So I won't show you all the answer. I want to first understand by all that how do I determine the annual installment amount? Which formula am I supposed to use? And also tell me, this rupees 10 lakhs represents the present value or it represents the future value? Yes, students? A firm borrows 10 lakhs. Okay. So is this 10 lakhs what I'm receiving by the bank today? Is it a present value or a future value? Yes, students. Students, am I audible?
Present.
It is the present value. Now 15% is the rate of interest and for 5 years. So N is given and percentage is given. We need to know what is the annual installment. That is, in short, we need to know the cash flow. Okay. So which formula are we going to use to calculate the annual installment? See, students, instead of asking you all, I can directly, give the solution, but this thing I'm doing because we have already solved problems earlier on these types of questions. So if I ask you all, your mind will start actually working on these particular problems, and it will help you all in your final examination. So I want you all to answer quick. In case you all have not understood, I'll re-explain the problem. So tell me, which formula are you going to use in order to find the cash flow? We have the present value, we have the percentage, we have for 5 years period, number of years. Now, what is the, how do I calculate the cash flow?
Present
Yes,
value divided by present value annuity factor.
okay, very good. So calculation of annual installment. So annual installment you can either represent by AI or CF, is nothing but present value divided by present value annuity factor I comma N. So 10 lakh divided by 15% for 5 years. Now, which table number am I going to use in order to calculate present value annuity factor? Can anyone tell me? Yes, students.
Table number 4.
Table
Table
number
number
2.
Table number 4 is the correct answer. If anyone has told me table number 2, can you tell me why have we used, why are we to use table number 2? What is the reason? Yes. Yes, dear. The one who's given me answer for table number 2, why have we used to use table number 2? See, I'm asking this so that you actually understand which table is to be used. Yes. See, if we see our tables, students, again I'm repeating, table number 1 is for the future value. So always remember table number 1 and 2 is for future value. Table number 1 is for single cash flow. Table number 2 is for annuity. Similarly, table number 3 and table number 4 is finding out the present value. Now table number 3 is to find present value of a single cash flow, and table number 4 is to calculate present value of an annuity. So the student, whoever has told me to like we have to use table number 2, here we have to use table number 4. Reason being, it is to calculate the present value. Now if you use table number 2, your answer, this answer will go wrong, and if this answer goes wrong, your entire loan amortization schedule will go wrong. So you will easily lose 10 marks. So that is the reason I'm keep on revising that for present value, always remember table number 3 and 4 will be applicable. 3 will be applicable for single cash flow and 4 will be applicable for annuity. Is this clear to that particular student? Yes? Yes, dear? Okay. Now, when you divide 10 lakh by 3.3522, you get the annual installment or cash flow as 2,98,312. Now, can anyone tell me how am I supposed to prepare the loan amortization schedule? Yes, students? How many columns do I need to have to prepare the loan amortization schedule?
5 columns.
5
5
columns.
Very good. So any one student tell me that what is the first column?
Year.
Year.
Okay. So how many years will I write in that particular column?
5.
years.
5 years.
Starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what is the second column? Can any other student answer? In the second column, what am I supposed to write?
Installments,
ma'am.
Okay. And what is the amount I need to write in that particular column for different years? In that annual installment column, what?
98,312, ma'am.
Okay. Do I need to write this amount in all the 5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, students. So this is how I'm happy that you all are able to understand. Now, column number 3. What am I supposed to write in column number 3?
Interest, ma'am.
Very good. And column number 4?
principal
Amount.
Column number 5?
outstanding balance.
Very good. So let us just, whatever answer is given by all, that is the same. So that is months, installments, interest, principal, outstanding balance. So in the year 0, in the 0 month, you need to write is the amount of loan that is taken, that is for 10 lakh rupees. So you need to write 10 lakh rupees. Students, here it is not months, it is year. Okay. So small change. It is year, you have to write years. Okay. Installment, interest, principal, outstanding balance. So 10 lakh I've written here. Now can anyone tell me how do I calculate interest for the first year? Quick, students.
10 lakh into 15%.
Okay, 10 lakh into 15%. Very good. How do I get this principal amount?
Installment minus interest. That is 2,98,312 minus 15,000 or 15 lakh.
1,50,000.
Sorry, 1,50,000.
How do I get this outstanding balance? How do I get this outstanding balance?
Outstanding balance minus principal.
Very good. Can I solve this together for all the years or should I go year by year? My question is, can I solve all the interest together first or should I go year by year?
Year by year.
Year by year.
Very good, students. So now you'll know how do I calculate the entire schedule. Okay, this is a very, very important question from your final examination. It is very simple. Okay, so now here the difference I got is rupees 23. This is due to rounding off. I'll tell you why, students. Because here I'm also getting in points. So some students can take after decimal 4 points, some students can take after decimal 2 point, or some students can round it off. It is absolutely okay. So why I have not why I have rounded off, it becomes easy in calculation. So anything you all can do, it depends on you all. Now, is this particular problem clear? Should I explain this particular part, or is it clear? Yes, students?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. So did everyone understand problem number 3?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Quickly moving ahead to problem number. Okay. Next question paper. So question paper, this was from December 2018, Jan 2019. Okay. Now you all are supposed to again answer. Mr. Raman needs 1 lakh for his daughter's marriage in 10 years. He needs 1 lakh for his daughter's marriage in 10 years. Interpret the sentence, understand the sentence. Okay. How much must be deposited at the end of each year in the bank at 10% compounded interest in order to have marriage money ready? Just don't see the solution. Use your brains and understand whether they are telling us to calculate. First of all, understand this 1 lakh rupees, is it a present value that he requires today, or is it is a future value which he requires after 10 years? Can anyone tell me? Rupees 1000,
Future
rupees
value.
1 lakh. Very good. Is it clear to everyone? Because in exam there is chances of getting confusion. Now, the rate of interest is given 10%, N is given 10 years. What do they want? They want that every year how much should be deposited. So they want to know the annuity. That is, they want to know the series of equal payments or cash flows which should be made every year in order to get 1 lakh rupees at the end of 10 years. So which formula am I going to use, students? I want to know the annuity figure. So am I going to use single cash flow, multiple unequal cash flow, multiple equal cash flow? Yes, students? Since they want to know the amount to be deposited at the end of each year. So each year means there is no single flow. Each year there is going to be a flow of cash. So it is multiple equal cash flow. So future value, see the solution. You can start the solution by stating that calculation of future value, calculation of cash flow in respect of future value of multiple equal cash flow. So present future value is equals to cash flow into future value annuity factor, which is 10% for 10 years. Okay, here we know that the future value we want is 1 lakh rupees, but we want to know the cash flow. Now, cash flow is nothing but multiple equal annuity into the present future value annuity factor. So can anyone tell me which particular table am I going to use in order to calculate this get this particular factor? Yes, students? Can anyone tell me which table am I supposed to? Table
Table
number?
number 2.
Very good, students. Table number 2, I will say 10% for 10 years. So I get the figure as 15.9374. So what I will do, just substitute the figures, find out the missing figures. So cash flow is nothing but 1 lakh divided by 15.9374. So I get the cash flow as 6,274.55. Is this particular problem clear to everyone? Yes, students? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
next.
ma'am.
Next, if rupees 30,000 is put in savings account, yielding 6% compounded annually, okay, and other rupees 10,000 is added each year, how much it will have accrued in 10 years? Students, first let us understand. Rupees 30,000 is put in savings account yielding 6% compounded annually, and this is put for 10 years. So here the problem is a combination of single cash flow and multiple equal cash flow. Rupees 30,000 is put in savings account. Okay, compounded annually means the interest is done annually. So can anyone tell me for the first part of the question which formula I am supposed to use? They are asking how much it will accrue in 10 years. Means they want to know the future value. In future value, that is after 10 years, how much will the amount be? Okay, so tell me, for this first 30,000, which particular formula am I supposed to use? I'm supposed to use future value of a single cash flow, because this is just put in the savings account once, but rupees 10,000 is added each year. Okay, so if it is added each year, then it becomes an annuity. But if 30,000 is put once, it becomes single cash flow. So see the solution. The future value of a single cash flow, first annually. So what is the formula for future value of a single cash flow? It is nothing but A is equals to P in the bracket 1 plus R raised to N. We know the present value is 30,000, R is 6%, and N is 10 years. Correct? So when we further solve this particular equation, we get the future value as 53,724. Now, can anyone tell me, to get this factor, that is 6% for 10 years, which table number am I supposed to use?
Table
Yes,
number
students.
Table
Very
number
good.
1.
Very good, students. Now, multiple equal cash flow, that is, they're telling 10,000 is added each year, calculate the future value. So we know we have to use the formula of calculation of future value of multiple equal cash flow. So future value is nothing but cash flow into future value annuity factor 6% for 10 years. So I have taken this 10,000. Now can anyone tell me, in order to find this factor, which particular table number am I supposed to use?
Second.
Table number 2.
Table number second. So when you multiply this 2, you get the future value as 1,31,808. Now what you need to do, total, how much it will accrue in 10 years. So take the total of single cash flow plus take the total of multiple cash flow, you get the total future value to be accrued in 10 years. So when you add this two, that is single cash flow and multiple equal cash flow, you get the future value to be accrued in 10 years as 1,85,532. Is this problem clear to everyone? Yes, students? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. What is the PV? What is the PV of cash flow? So they are already asking you present value. So that one headache is gone in determining whether present value. They are asking the problem of future value. So what is the PV of cash flow of rupees 750 per year forever at an interest rate of 8% and at interest rate of 10%? So here they have given us a cash flow. Here they have given us the rate of interest. Have they given the number of years, students? Have they given you the number of years?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
No. So when there is no number of years and when the word forever is used, what does it determine?
Perpetuity.
Very good. So obviously we have to find out the calculation of present value of perpetuity using the interest rate at 8% and again using the interest rate of 10%. So what is the formula to find out the present value of perpetuity? It is cash flow divided by R. So cash flow is 750 per year divided by R, that is 8%. So the present value is 9,375. Similarly, at 10%, on the same lines, instead of R you have taken as 8%, you take R as 10%, you get the present value as 7,500. Now, is this particular problem clear to everyone? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Moving ahead to next question paper, which is from June-July 2016. Okay. How much amount is required to be invested every year so as to accumulate 3 lakh at the end of 10 years if interest is compounded annually at 10%? So can anyone tell me, what am I supposed to use? Which formula am I supposed to use? They are asking every year how much amount I need to invest. That means they are asking you annuity amount. They are asking you what should the cash flow be if in future after 10 years 3 lakhs is required and it is compounded at the rate of 10%. So you know number of years is 10 years, rate of interest is 10%, future value is 3 lakhs. They are asking you cash flow. So which formula are you supposed to use, students? Yes?
Future value of multiple equal cash flow.
Okay, so future value is equals to cash flow into future value annuity factor 10% for 10 years. So just substituting the figures in the formula. So future value is 3 lakhs. Future value annuity factor 10% for 10 years. Can anyone tell me which table number am I supposed to use to calculate this particular factor?
Table number 2.
Okay, so I see 10% for 10 years. Does everyone know how to get the factor? Because I'm not showing you that part. Does everyone know how do I plot this 10% for 10 years? Yes?
Ma'am.
Okay, so I'm not showing you all that part. So you get it as 15.9374. Then you have to divide 3 lakh by 15.9374. We will get the cash flow as 18,823.65. Is this problem clear to everyone? Yes? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Ramesh has decided to provide constant payment of rupees 30,000 per month for his family. Okay, even after his death forever, if the rate of interest is 10%, how should he decide upon making the investment? So what is this? When the word forever is given, what will you do, students?
Perpetuity.
Perpetuity. So how do you calculate the present value of a perpetuity? Cash flow divided by the rate of interest, because N you do not know. So 30,000 divided by 10%. So the present value is 3 lakh rupees. Is this problem clear to everyone? Yes? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So students, we have solved problems of which are falling under this module, module number 2, from the previous year's question papers. So by now you'll have understood what kind of problems can fall under module number 2. Thank you so much, students. We are done for this